Looks nice.
Yeah, I got it from Amazon. But anyway, hello, welcome to another episode of Coin Operator with Brian and
B-Man from Old Titans.
Oh God,
that's the name. That is the name.
I know.
The official name. You don't like the name?
Yeah, I know. Official name, Old Titans, yada yada yada. But whatever. Brendan's filling in this week. Brandon,
B-Man.
B-Man.
Yes, the official name.
Yeah, I was filling in this week for Cody because Cody's a little bitch because he decided that he was going to go home for the weekend or for like a whole week.
Really?
Yeah, he's going to be on vacation for a bit, so I haven't used a snowball in like forever.
I will say one thing so far though.
What's up?
So far, you swore more times in the show than we've swore in the entire or 2 year while I've only been on the air for. I don't know how long I've been there for.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, welcome to being on a podcast where you could curse.
Can I say fuck?
Yeah. Like how in the Titans trailer they say fuck Batman.
Yeah.
That was weird.
I watched that actually. You've seen that obviously.
Yeah.
Was that Dick Grayson to you? Or was that more Jason Todd to you?
It actually felt more like Tim Drake.
Okay, even Tim Drake I'll go. To me, it felt like Jason Todd, though. There's the whole brutalness. I thought he looked like he killed people. I'm not sure of that or not.
Yeah, according to, from what, John Paul or whatever you call him in Old Titans.
It's John Paul.
John Paul. They explain, like, after, like, no, he doesn't kill anyone. He just shoots the gun over their heads. And he doesn't stab them in the neck. He stabs them in the... I'm just like... It sounds like they're just making up excuses.
He stepped on a guy's head and you heard it crack.
Yeah.
It sounded like he broke the guy's neck by saying fuck Batman.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I was just kind of like, okay, I guess.
Okay, so overall, what's your opinion of Titans trailer, though? Does it look good?
No.
Okay, I'm with you there.
The only one that looks good is Dove. And you only see her for like 2 seconds.
I don't know who Dove is.
She's a woman in white.
Okay.
That, like, takes out the guy's kneecap.
Focus heavily on Robin and Raven.
Yeah.
So, I didn't see a lot of Starfire.
She still looks like a streetwalker.
She did appear.
She
yes.
looks like a 90s streetwalker.
Beast Boy didn't change at all.
No, he just jumped through the air.
So is that going to be his ability in the show where he doesn't really change, he just...
Jumps in the air?
Grants the power to the Beast, but not really changing the Beast itself?
It might be like Beastmaster. I don't know, Beastmaster was completely... It might just be like, whatchamacallit, what's that? Is it Viper? Where she gains like the strength of the animal?
She was an Arrow. What was her name? I can't remember her name now.
I thought it was Viper or something.
I gotta look it up, but
yeah. Where it's like I'm a bear, and it was like gets really strong and shit like that.
Yeah.
Or just has sex with little twinks. But anyway.
Okay, so we're on the same page there. I watched it once and I was very underwhelmed.
Yeah, I saw it once. I was kind of like, did he say fuck Batman? He says fuck Batman.
Well, Dick Grayson did have issues with Batman for
a
while. So I guess I'm okay with that. But again, it just felt like a brutal version of Robin.
Yeah. It was underwhelming. Like, it felt weird.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so luckily this is not going to be a DC podcast.
Good.
For once.
Good.
Or a Bash Marvel podcast, or... I don't know, this is your first time on here. I mean, it's kind of weird because you were asking, like, oh, do you guys have, like, any, like, structure? I'm like, no.
Yeah, it's like, what are we going to talk about? Whatever.
Whatever pops up, whatever happens, whatever.
What I did is I listened to, I've listened to this show, I listened to Hard at Work a few times as well.
Sorry.
And,
at least for my end of the show.
I have just bits and pieces of different episodes.
Yeah.
I listen because originally you talked about it. I talked about it for a while. I'm like, John Paul should come on. Then I, listen to the show. I'm like, I don't think John Paul would be really fit for this show that much.
No.
There'd be very awkward silences at times. And like,
it would be. I mean, I don't know if I ever told you the story. So there's one time at MegaCon, we're in line to get in on a Saturday. I'm like, not hungover or passed out or drunk or still drunk. I was working at the comic shop from on the Friday shift. So I was up all the way up until like 3 a.m. So we're in line. I'm with Cody, his brother Carson, and me. They're cursing up a storm. I'm trying to fall asleep. And I'm like, I turn around. There's Sean Paul, Karen, and Alex. I'm like, oh, fuck.
See,
John Paul, how's it going?
He's actually, you know, I tease him all the time. He's actually very down to earth.
No, he is. But it was like I haven't really. It was one of those times where I just started working here for like not even a year yet.
Okay.
And here's Cody and Carson, and they're cursing up a storm, being obnoxious, being typical idiots. And I look like I'm hungover.
It's definitely more weird because when I started working here, I started working with you. Talking to him was different.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, do I talk to him like I always talk to him, or talk to him like, you know, he's the boss now? I don't know how to. To this day, I've been here 2+ years, and I still don't know how to handle it sometimes.
Yeah, no, for me, like when I first started here, because I came from parking services, I'm used to just cursing and being myself because I was a supervisor. I was like, I don't give a fuck. They're like, oh, Brian, can you do this? I'm like, yeah, fuck you. Okay. They're like, oh, language. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll fuck whatever, I don't care. Here is like nobody was cursing. I was like, oh, fuck, this is weird. This is so fucking weird. I'm not used to people not cursing. Then all of a sudden, Parker's like, ah, fuck. I was like, you guys curse? He goes, yeah, I thought you didn't curse. I'm like, oh, thank fucking God. I was waiting for someone to curse. And he's like, oh, yeah, no, we talk no more. We really don't care about anything. Just John Paul doesn't curse. I'm like, I thought you guys were all like John Paul's. They're like, oh, no, we're not. We're nothing like that.
So we do have wager going on here. Who can get John Paul to curse first? I mean, the wager's been going on 2 years now. It hasn't happened yet. He does say crap occasionally.
Yeah, he'll say crap. Like, when we're talking about the whole Batman stuff, he was like, oh, yeah, you know, when he was saying F Batman, I was like, you know what, that's the closest thing I'm going to get to him cursing. I'll take it.
It is. But if you can get him to say the extra word.
No, he'll never say it. I think he'll say ass before he says, like, shit or anything like that.
Probably. Yeah, maybe you're right. Okay, other things, though. Star Wars, Clone Wars coming back?
Yep, Clone Wars is coming back.
Excited?
That. I am. Like, there's a couple of shows that was really funny. Got really, really into them, and then all of a sudden they blew up out of nowhere. Like, the Clone Wars, I really liked it, and everybody was bashing it. Oh, look at this animation style. This CGI shit is crap. Oh, then
it was different at first.
Yeah. Then the moment it moved to Netflix, I was like, oh my God, we love the Clone Wars. And I was like, where are y'all motherfuckers like 5 years ago when you're all like, I hate this shit. This shit's stupid.
I loved the Clone Wars from day one.
Yeah.
And people didn't. I admit that in the first season was a little rough at times.
It was.
It did bounce around a lot. And it wasn't really a set structure, I guess, really.
Yeah.
But probably, I'd say, season 2 actually, it was just unbelievable.
Yeah.
It was a great show.
It was. And I liked it a lot. It was one of those shows where I used to watch it at work because I used to work the 5 a.m. shift at Parking Services.
Yeah.
So from like 5 to around like 5:30 to 7, I had about an hour and a half where there was literally nothing to do. So one of the things I used to do was watch TV shows. Like I watched all of season 1 of Arrow that way. I watched American Horror Story that way. I watched Orphan Black, Adventure Time, Regular Show, and The Clone Wars.
Okay.
And I loved it. I thought it was great.
I think it's great too as well. And that's the thing about it is people do complain of the art style.
Yeah.
They did something different. And I like what they did, honestly.
Yeah.
People complain, where's Ahsoka in Revenge of the Sith? Well, they kind of do explain that a little bit, where she is.
Yeah.
They had a falling out between those two. And a matter of fact, in Star Wars Rebels, when, she realizes... Because you watched Rebels at all?
I didn't watch Rebels, but I know about
Rebels wasn't as good as Clone Wars.
Yeah.
It was... I call it decent. But there's power. Ahsoka comes in season 2. Again, for some reason these shows really get good in season 2 for some reason.
Yeah.
Season 1's always kind of feeling
they don't know how to set things up, and season 2
that is the
they
problem.
figure it out.
I agree. Ahsoka came in season 2, and oh man, it was just great.
Yeah.
I love Ahsoka. I think she's my favorite character in Star Wars in a long time.
Yeah,
so,
they've done good with her. Like, she came up out of nowhere, and she's one of the top characters.
Absolutely. I'm hoping eventually we'll see a Old Republic movie. Do you think this is going to happen?
No.
Or no? Never?
No, I think the way Star Wars... Because we've discussed Star Wars. Like, me and you are both on opposite ends of the spectrum when it comes to Last Jedi.
Right.
But, like, with Star Wars, I really do think they're focusing more on just the visual media. Like, they'll still come out with the books to give the backstories of, like, Tarkin, Thrawn...
Right.
And stuff like that, but...
Thrawn was rebooted recently, I'm guessing, right? Because his original series, I guess, got erased. Because he first came out back in, the 90s or 80s, I think it was.
So they gave him, like, the book that tells his backstory, like, how he got the power and whatnot. So I'm thinking with Star Wars, what they is, it's like... They use the books more as a, in-betweener, so not to get too into detail. Like, everyone knows what happens between Last Jedi and... Or not Last Jedi, A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back.
Right.
So they used the comic to just kind of be, like, the filler to, like, okay, this is what's going on. This is how we get there, which makes sense. And then like Darth Maul, how did Darth Maul survive? Okay, that makes sense.
Kind of makes sense.
Yeah, Darth Vader. What were the repercussions from Darth Vader blowing, like the Death Star being blown up? What were the consequences of it? You see that in the comic.
Yeah, and that was actually great how they handled that.
Yeah, so I see like the little minutia stuff where they just need like they don't need to make a movie. They could just do it in the books or the TV shows.
Fair enough.
So that's why I think with Star Wars going like major points. Okay, movie. Small little like okay, Vader fucked up. He's gonna suffer the wrath of Palpatine. This is what happens. Okay, we don't need like a movie about that. We just need comic book 18 issues. Okay, done.
Okay, let me ask you this then. Obviously, the next movie comes out. It's going to be, we don't know the name of it yet.
Yeah.
The last
episode
saga's
9.
The saga's over.
Yeah.
They're going to do all those trilogies and stuff. Will they be successful without Jedi and Sith? Or do you need them?
They will be successful because with the Star Wars universe, luckily Lucas was smart enough to expand it to the point where he included a bunch of different stuff.
Right.
And it wasn't just one singular concept or idea. So he was able to expand it to include a whole facet of different items, ideas, things to explore, like the bounty hunters. Man, you could explore the bounty hunters so.
Well, absolutely. I would love to see like a Jabba's clan.
And then you could Tatooine. You could still explore Jabba the Hutt. How do you come into power? That type of stuff. So there is a bunch of potential for things to happen. Because Rogue One kind of helped show that they don't need Jedis and Siths to tell the story.
But Rogue One was also actually one of my favorite movies ever for Star Wars. But
yeah.
Financially wise, wasn't as successful
Because it didn't have the Jedis and Sith, and a lot of people were hesitant about like how good is this movie going to be. And I think where they made most of their money back was with Netflix, people streaming it afterwards.
Right.
Because as soon as they got into Netflix, they were like, "Oh my God, Rogue One, greatest movie of all time! I love it." You're going, "Did you see it in the theaters?" No, I don't. I'm not gonna pay for that shit.
I watched it twice in theaters. I loved it.
Yeah, I saw it twice too.
Yeah, Rogue One I thought was great. I thought Solo was good. I really liked Solo.
I like Solo. Solo was exactly what it was meant to be. It was a caper movie that shows how Han became a smuggler.
Yeah, I mean, he was great, and he shot first.
Yeah.
I guess spoilers if you haven't seen it yet.
It's at this point in time, it's already on Netflix, I think, or it's going to be on Netflix.
I give it, it bombed, and that kind of bugs me out. 'Cause, like, I love Star Wars. Again, Last Jedi were on different pages, but I still love the Star Wars universe. I've seen everyone in the theater. I'm unfortunately in the age where I saw them all in the theaters.
I saw them all in theaters, but I saw the special editions in theaters. So for me, I saw the originals because when they came out on VHS, it was like this a huge deal that they're out on VHS. They had the box set. So I saw that. So I saw the original Star Wars, and then they started releasing the re-releases in theaters. And I was like, oh, okay, this is awesome. It was a special editions, but I'm like, I don't give a shit. It's a Star Wars film.
Exactly.
And for my birthday, I saw The Phantom Menace in 3D just because it came out on my birthday. It was a shit movie, but how many people can say a Star Wars movie came out on my birthday?
And I saw that in 3D as well, and I thought the original plan was to do them all in 3D.
Yeah.
And they caved from that for some reason.
Because they didn't do so good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, they started with The Phantom Menace, though.
Yeah, but
you saw Episode 4. I think it does a lot better.
Episode 4, you have to do a lot of work to make it 3D, because you gotta convert the original print or the original media into a new format, and then you gotta treat the format to 3D to make it into 3D. I think since it's going from film to digital, you're gonna have a lot of loss in quality and a lot of retouching, re-editing, and then Lucas is an asshole because he decided this wasn't my original concept. I need to add like 5 more wampas and a drew back and destroy dropping this and a creature going some random shit in the background.
See, what actually bothers me is the whole Han shot first thing.
Yeah.
When Lucas said he felt it weird felt it wrong that Han would end up Princess Leia, but he shoots the guy in cold blood. Well, first of all, he never shot Greedo in cold blood. The gun's pointed at him the entire time. His life was in danger, so it was self-defense.
Yeah.
Second of all, they never changed the fact that he was a spice smuggler, which is essentially a drug dealer.
Yeah, and how many stormtroopers did they kill? Like how many? Like
lots.
You're saying like, oh, Han can't be a bad guy. He can't kill someone. How many stormtroopers did he kill? How many stormtroopers did Leia kill? They blew up a Death Star.
Yeah.
How many of those people on the Death Star were actually like
just contractors?
Exactly.
Yeah,
First
exactly.
argument, contractors. How many? So, I don't know. I think Lucas just didn't want Han to seem like a bad guy. I'm pretty sure if he could re-edit the movie, it'll just be like a 10-hour epic of crap.
And that just bothers me because I think Solo got the movie right. I really do.
Yeah.
I was hesitant with this movie originally. I think a reason it didn't do as well as it did was, let's be real, whether you like it or not, Last Jedi had a big backlash.
Yeah. And it was Star Wars fatigue.
And it was Star Wars fatigue. 5 months is a short period of time. Because you figure we waited years until Force Awakens came out.
Yeah.
And then, a couple years later, I wrote one after that. But I'm like, there's still a year in between. And all of a sudden it's like 5 months. So the backlash combined with, just immediately after, and it was time bad. Like, why don't you on May 4th? It didn't end of May. Like, you have May 4th. May 4th was on a Friday, I think, or a Thursday, something like that. I'm like, do it then. You had the perfect day to do it, and they didn't do it then.
And also, the movie was pancaked in a bad release cycle because you had Infinity War, Deadpool 2,
right.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, which was later, about a month and a half later.
And Jurassic World.
Jurassic World, it was just pancaked, really badly timed. And
as opposed to having December all to yourself.
Yeah.
And I think that's a bad move.
Yeah. Well, I keep telling people, Frozen, I'm pretty sure you've seen it about, 10 times.
Yeah, unfortunately.
15, 30.
Yeah, about that, yeah. I have a 7-year-old daughter. I've seen it a lot.
The reason why Frozen did so good, because you saw it the first time, okay, it's a cute movie.
I never liked it, actually. Day one, I never liked the movie.
But it wasn't a good Disney movie. It's a Disney movie. It's an okay movie, compared to Tangled, which was great.
I liked Moana a lot.
Yeah, Moana was amazing. My reasoning is Frozen did so well because it was the only kids movie in the box office during that Christmas break.
Exactly.
And kids are stupid. They don't know anything better. They see Frozen. It's their new favorite film. And that's how Frozen became...
I wouldn't say kids are stupid. I think the kids are less...
They're very impressionable.
Okay, I'll go with that.
So they see Frozen. It's a Disney movie. They see the princess. They see this. They're going to go apeshit crazy for it because that's all they could see in the movie theater. So now you have everyone like, Frozen is amazing! Because that was the only kids movie that you could take your kid to go see.
And that's fair enough. I mean, I can't dispute that. But again, these more. Why would you leave December? Now it's Aquaman.
Yeah.
That's it. I think it's all in December, right? It's Aquaman?
I think Aquaman's either in December or November.
Regardless of what it is, it's by itself, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's a bad move. Because I kind of want Aquaman to fail.
It's not going to fail.
You don't think so?
No. I think what it is the moment they got rid of this Zack Snyder from the DC universe, all those movies are going to start doing amazing.
All right, then let me ask you. Is the DC universe, cinematic universe,
is
it failing?
Yes and no.
Okay.
The major heavy hitters are failing horrifically. Like, Justice League should have made $5 billion.
Oh, it should have made at least 2. Yeah.
Yeah. Justice League should have been on par with the Avengers.
Absolutely.
It wasn't. It was more on par with Guardians.
I think the Guardians beat it, didn't it?
I think so.
Okay.
But that's how it should have been. Suicide Squad should have been huge. It should have been on par with, Captain America Civil War, Iron Man 2. It should have been one of those movies where they made a crap ton of money.
Right. And the trailer was amazing.
But it didn't. And I think DC has an issue, and I think it's mostly from Warner Brothers, that Warner Brothers is used to having the 3 cuts. The director's cut, studio cut, and compromise cut. Because, holy crap, man. The original Justice League... The original rumor for the Justice League movie was the original cut was unwatchable. They go, we cannot have this movie. This movie is unwatchable.
The Zack Snyder cut?
Yeah, the original Zack Snyder cut. That's why he got directing credits.
Huh.
Because he went and completed the film. And
I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
Because I know fans want that. There's a big first push. I don't know why you would want it. I think he's I think he's wrong for that, at least series.
Yeah.
He did 300, right? I think
he did 300.
He was great in 300.
To me, his greatest movie is probably The Watchmen.
I still say his reboot of Dawn of the Dead.
That was a good movie. But the reason why I say The Watchmen is, you know how fanboys are like, oh, it's not the source material. It's not the source material.
It was actually pretty close.
You can literally grab the comic book, go, here you go, here's the source material.
Yeah.
Does not fucking translate.
The ending was different with the
Which
space alien. That's what it was, or
it was like a space
giant
octopus,
squid, whatever it was, something like that.
But I like the ending for the movie better.
Oh, yeah, I think it fit better.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So when fanboys are like, "Oh, it's not like the source material," The Watchmen, you guys got your fucking movie, and you don't even want to watch it.
And you're right there. I think I think Alan Moore said it back in the day was he hates this movies.
Oh yeah,
right? He wants to say, "You want me to write a movie? I write a movie, or I write a comic book, or write a story." And I kind of see what he's doing with that. V for Vendetta.
Yeah,
I love the movie V for Vendetta. It was very different from the comic.
Very, very
different from the comic. I think Evie was a streetwalker in the comic, right?
Yeah, she was.
And instead they changed it to like a reporter.
Yeah.
But they both were good in their own way. You had to change the source material to make it to the movies. Sometimes.
And that's what I keep telling people. I don't think DC hasn't figured that one out yet. I don't think they know how to write a Superman movie. I don't think they know how to write a Batman movie without Christopher Nolan. I don't think they know how to Patty Jenkins wrote a Wonder Woman movie.
Yeah.
So for me, I just think they don't know how to translate Justice League into a movie without we gotta make jokes. Oh, let's make jokes about Batman disappearing. Oh, look at the Flash, he's an idiot. It's like, that's stupid. That makes no sense.
And my daughter loved the Flash. I hated that Flash. I really did. He annoyed me to no end in that movie.
Like I know Barry's supposed to be talkative, supposed to be annoying, but he's also a genius.
Correct.
Because the crime lab and stuff. But in this one, he comes off like an idiot. Like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm funny.
I'm with you. Moa's take on Aquaman was great. I liked his take on Aquaman. I think it was a different spin to him.
Yeah.
I guess Peter David wrote Aquaman. Peter David wrote Aquaman back in the day? Was that?
Yeah, Peter.
I think that's close to his run. But he was great. Wonder Woman was great. So they had positives to it. But overall, I think that's a below average movie. I didn't care for it that much.
Yeah, so for me, it's like, okay, which cut do we want? Do we want the Josh Whedon cut, which we already saw what it was?
Right.
Do you want the Zack Snyder cut, which you know is going to be darker, more grimier, more grittier?
Longer, probably.
Yeah, or do you want the compromise cut, which is what we got in the theater?
I think with the compromise cut, it did felt like I could tell the two different directors. I could tell who directed apart. And you take two completely different directors. I think that's a problem. I don't like Zack Snyder's take. I thought Batman v Superman was so boring. Then we put me to sleep and watched the second time.
You had to watch, but with that one, because I was talking to John Paul, you had to watch the extended edition to understand like half the shit that made no sense.
And that's probably right. The problem is with the regular version, almost put me to sleep. Add an extra 20 half hour. Was it actually half an hour?
Yeah, having an extra half hour.
I can't do it.
Because one of the things I keep talking to people about that one, like you have to watch the extended edition. Oh, what? The movie was stupid. Like no, it fills in the plot holes. One of the most glaring plot holes is when Lois Lane talks to the senator in the bathroom. It's like, this is about the bullets. Like, you're going, how the fuck does Lois Lane know all this about bullets? Okay, well, Lois Lane's dad's General Lane, so I can understand her knowing about armaments.
Right.
But how the fuck does she know the makeup of the bullet, like the material makeup of the bullet? Like, she could tell it's a different bullet because she's like, this is different, let me keep it. But she knew specifically how different it was. I'm like, how the fuck did... Oh, okay. The extended cut shows her going to a lab technician, Jenna Malone's character, going, oh yeah, these are the material composite of the bullet. That makes sense.
I mean, you're probably right there. I think DC's a mess. I really do.
Yeah, it is.
And I kind of want... I hate to say it, I want Aquaman to fail. I want them to reboot everything.
I don't want Aquaman to fail because DC needs Aquaman to at least make even. And girls are going to watch it. Because of Jason Momoa. Guys are going to watch it because, like, my girl wants to see a superhero flick. Fuck it, let's go.
Fair enough.
So it's going to make money. But I needed to succeed to see where they could go with different directions.
And then let me ask you, this is my co-host and I have a big difference. Yeah. Jared Leto's Joker.
Yes.
I hate him. I hate the take on him.
It was an interesting take, but it was a stupid take.
Okay.
Like, I like Jared Leto, but I think their whole thing was don't be Mark Hamill. Don't be Mark Hamill. And then now it's don't be Mark Hamill or Heath Ledger. Okay, who do you want me to be? Don't be those two. Don't be Cesar Romero. You know what? While you're at it, don't be Mark Hamill, Cesar Romero, Troy Baker, all these. Don't be any of these guys. Can I get inspiration? Nope, no inspiration. Okay, who's the Joker? He's a psychopath. Okay, give me more fucking things. So I think that's the problem with his Joker. he couldn't get inspiration from any of those guys.
He just felt so gangster, and he felt so wrong to me. Harley felt good to me. The only thing with her was I didn't care for the voice that much, but whatever. I thought she did a great job.
Yeah, she did a great job. I like my favorite thing about. Oh wow, my order's ready. Sweet. My favorite thing about Margot Robbie was she goes, "I hated my costume." I'm like, yeah, I hate your costume too, because now at every single fucking convention I go to, I'm seeing a bunch of dumb fucking Harley Quinns where I'm like, I'm Harley Quinn, Mr. J, put it. Fuck, no, stop. I don't care.
It's not as bad as Deadpool yet.
Oh god, Deadpool's so fucking annoying. I hate the fucking Deadpool people. I know you did it before.
I did the mask as a joke. Actually, as a joke to John Paul and Karen because we had a big joke with this winter convention one year and all was Deadpools, and they were annoying as hell.
Oh god, yes they were.
And I don't care if you run around being funny when you annoy people that you're not part of your group. That's what really annoys me.
Yeah, when you're being obnoxious.
So what I did as a joke was I bought this. I don't know what it was, Dragon Ball Z or no, it wasn't Dragon Ball. It was
Naruto.
Naruto, yeah, a big cloak, and I bought a Deadpool mask and wore it on top of it.
Yeah,
and my intention was just to tease John Paul and his wife, and that's all I was wanting to do.
Those guys go like balls out crazy on their costumes and stuff.
Yeah,
they're like, it's almost as bad as your buddy Sharky.
He goes crazy. He starts working his. I think right now actually he's working on his costume.
Yeah, because like they're telling me like, oh yeah, we have 3. We have 2 of the old ones and then we debut a new one. I'm like, what the fuck? How the hell do you do that? Like I don't even have time to like.
Oh, his wife doesn't work.
Yeah.
Or she preaches on the weekend, so she has a lot of time during the week to do that kind of stuff. I love cosplay. Number one, I know where to begin. Like I look at a costume, like I have no idea even where to begin and make that costume. Number 2 is like I just run out of time.
For me, I just go, okay, what's the easiest shit I can do that involves like no effort, no sewing, no nothing? That done.
I bought a Flash Gordon costume on eBay, and that was my costume.
One of my cosplays that's probably the best one that I ever did was I was Fix Felix one year.
Okay, that was a good costume.
It was easy. It cost me, I think, all of like $40. But guess what? I returned like almost all of it, and it ended up costing me like $15 after I returned the shit I didn't need. But what happens? I'm walking around as Fix It Felix. People are like, "Oh, Fix It Felix, that's awesome!" But the funniest part was like little kids like, "Mommy, Fix It Felix!" I'm like, "Yeah, that's awesome."
That is awesome.
And then my buddy is a huge dude. He's like 6'5". He went as Ralph. So we're walking around and it's Fixie Felix and Wreck-It Ralph. And it worked out. Like people are like, "Oh, you guys are awesome! Oh, that was really awesome."
Did you have a magic hammer?
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually got in trouble with a hammer.
Did you really?
Yeah, because they considered it a weapon and had to go check it into my car. I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'll put it back into my car." I just put it in my bag and went through a different entrance.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I got into the sales floor, I put it in my belt loop and I was just walking around with my golden hammer.
Yeah, I had a buddy who had the big Wolverine claws one year. They were like legit sharp.
Yeah.
And I can smoke anything to make you cut off water too. Let's be real.
You just put it in your bag and they don't fucking check it. There's no bag checks. Well, now they have bag checks.
But even still, you put it like just like underneath your sleeves like that. You can really use it with anything you want to.
Dude, this past MegaCon I got into so many fights with the workers at the convention center.
MegaCon, I got to ask you too. Now we're on the topic of it. Do you think that was good this year?
I think what's going on is it's there's too many cons. Like each weekend there's a con, like a big con in each state.
Sure.
And I think it's starting to get to the point where celebrities are getting conned out and they're like, "Look, I gotta work. I could do this con, but I could work. I don't know what the fuck to do anymore."
To me, it just felt like this year. I've been going since I don't know how many years now, 14 years give or take, probably longer actually.
I've been going since 2005, so around the same time as
me. Probably 2005. I think. Probably actually before that, honestly. Regardless, it always felt like the first few years I've been there, up until just recently, it was like a convention for the fans by the fans.
Yeah.
And you walk in there and the people playing Magic the Gathering off the side, cosplayers still around. Yeah. But there'd be people demoing their games out that. This year I walked in there and the first thing I saw was 5 Energy right in front of you.
Yeah.
Sprint Store right here. Geico right here. All our big sponsors right in front of you so you see them right away. Okay. And then you go to what's the team of cosplayers? Well, the cosplayers are charging money to take pictures. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, don't get me on the fucking the professional fucking cosplayers, the the Jessica Negri's, the Yaya, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, it's more like, look at my tits, don't touch me. I'm not property, but hey, buy my sexy photo for $30, but don't touch me.
And
Here are my tits, don't touch me.
Like, even the panels were crap. The panels were only half hour long this year, and a lot of somebody's didn't do
Fucking
panels.
Jeff Goldblum panel was a huge waste of. People started lining up at 6:30 in the morning for the Jeff Goldblum panel.
Really?
Yeah,
Didn't know that.
yeah. People were waiting because I went in as press and I started talking to people. The first people in line were there since 6:30 in the morning.
That's insane.
Yeah, because they
What time
didn't.
did it start?
It started at 11:30.
Okay.
And what got me with the whole panel was like, man, this is really weird that the panel's from 11:30. It starts at 11:30. Con opens up like at 10. This is really weird. It makes no sense, but whatever. I mean, it is what it is.
Right.
It's a 30-minute fucking fluff piece of Jeff Goldblum talking about him and his 10-hour video purring. I'm like, this is bullshit. Where's the Q&A portion? No Q&A.
Yeah, Carrie Elway's no Q&A this year.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, the only one I saw that was actually good, which I didn't even care for the guy at all, but I kind of like him now, was John Cena.
I didn't see his because I was like, I don't give a fuck about wrestling.
I don't either, but his actually went like 20 minutes over.
Okay.
He answered all the questions, and people still have questions. Oh, no, I'll stay here, and he sat and talked to the fans. And I'm like, okay, I like this guy now.
Yeah.
I'm not a big wrestling fan, but now I'm a fan of his.
Yeah, for me it was Charlie Cox, the guy that played Daredevil.
Oh, I didn't see his.
His was awesome just for the fact that people are like, oh, so what do you think about the ending in Infinity War? What's your theory? He goes, I haven't seen it. And then this girl's like, oh, what's your Harry Potter house? What's your Hogwarts house? He's like, I don't know shit about Harry Potter, but I guess Gryffindor? Ah! Everyone goes fucking crazy. He's like, yeah, I just said I got a funny story. He's like, oh, so I was trying to date this girl, and she was really, really into Harry Potter, and I told her, oh yeah, I love Harry Potter, just to like impress her and all that stuff, and that's as much as I know about Harry Potter.
And that's cool. I mean, again, but MegCon's gone to me. It really is. Next year is going to be the first time I'm going to not go all 4 days.
Yeah.
I'll go the weekend maybe. I'm not taking time off. It's not worth taking time off from work anymore.
Oh, for fuck it is for me.
I mean, Thursday and Friday, taking time off is good.
Yeah, because it's one of the few times I take off from work just because I'm like, I need to get the fuck out for a little bit.
Oh, well, yeah, I get that. I get you there. But I can do it anytime.
I know. Well, for me, it's kind of a pain in the ass because for you in the stockroom, it's a little bit easier. So you're like, fuck it, I'm gone. For me, it's like, hey, Parker, can I take time off from work because nobody else is taking time off? Thanks.
Fair enough. To me, it sucks.
Yeah, it does.
I was really, Saturday I loved it because my daughter dressed up as Georgie from It.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you were telling me about that.
And what happened is somebody did Pennywise.
Yeah.
And so we waited for him for half an hour. So she just sat there with balloons in her hand, the raincoat on, right by the escalator.
Yeah. And
people saw her, and they were going crazy. Everybody's running in there because she's the first cosplay you see actually displayed.
Yeah.
So we weren't in the con yet. And, my whole goal was, it broke my heart last year because last year I dressed up as Jasmine from Aladdin. And Buddy Shockey did this theme on Queen Lantern, which looked amazing.
Yeah.
And nobody wanted to take a picture of her. And she, she'd be so sad, like, Daddy, why don't we take a picture? And a 6-year-old tells you that, your heart breaks.
Yeah, it's hard.
So this year I'm like, okay, 10 people take a picture, I'll be happy. Just stop her, take a picture, maybe 20 would be awesome. Before Shockey even got there as Pennywise, she was up to over 100.
Nice.
And we called it time all. Take a picture. Like, there's 20, there's 30. It's like, I know. Eventually they'll lost count.
Yeah.
Eventually he shows up, and they walk inside the convention. As soon as they walk inside the convention, they couldn't even move for half an hour. Then they found this one little stand. They sat there for an hour and a half at that one little stand. I counted 500 at that point. I said, yeah, I'm done keeping track on you. I can't keep track anymore. This is too hard.
Yeah, we're getting to the point where, okay, we're missing out on the con. Let's go do something fun.
Yeah. But I took a video, and for a while, the line got, I think, 14 people deep before putting time to take a picture with them.
But that's impressive, and you guys did that for fun.
Right. And again, that's exactly what it was. Cosplay is for fun.
Yeah.
It's to be somebody else and to show somebody, hey, look at what I did.
Yeah, just not like Jessica Negri. Hey, look at my tits. Here's 40. I need $40. Don't touch me. Don't objectify me. You're selling your fucking tits for $40, and you're telling me not to objectify you? You know what? You do you. You do you. I don't care.
I just so disappointed this year. It really was.
Yeah, it was. For me, it was more like they didn't bring enough guests to warrant a lot of the pricing that they did. Because usually they try to be like a collective, like everybody.
Right.
There's that one marquee guest that's there all weekend long, They didn't have like that one major guest all weekend long. They was like Jeff Goldblum Saturday only, Charlie Cox Saturday Sunday, Jason Momoa Sunday only.
Yeah, no one read the same thing.
Yeah, and you're going, this is kind of boring. They go, oh, is Jason Momoa doing a panel? No, he doesn't want to do one. Yeah, it'll be the coolest fucking panel because like, yo, so what's up? How's it being Aquaman? Oh, it's awesome. How's it being Khal Drago? Oh, it's awesome. Just hearing him talking to
just
like,
something, talking to you,
and just have some.
But
fans.
now if you want to see him, you pay $100 to get up to him.
Yeah. Oh my god, the fucking exclusive guest experience. Fucking Rob Liefeld had like a $400 guest experience.
I wouldn't pay. I wouldn't pay. Go there for free.
Just so you could watch Deadpool 2 with him.
Really?
Yeah. And he'll sign something, and then I was like, yo, for $400, fuck that shit. Or the Jim Lee experience for $250. I was like, fuck that shit. I paid $40 and I got a shit ton of things signed by Jim Lee. Got in line, talked shit with him about baseball, and I was happy.
Does Liefeld still do work at all, or he pretty much done? I haven't seen anything.
He does covers. He literally just does covers and cons.
Really?
Yeah.
Can he draw feet yet? Because his feet were always the worst.
No, he still can't draw feet.
I mean,
Everyone still makes fun of him for it too. They even make fun of him in fucking Deadpool. They can't draw feet.
Yeah, I am that actually. Deadpool was great, by the way. But you look at the computer. I'm confused by what you're doing.
Oh no, I'm looking at the
time. But again, Jim Lee met him before. Yeah, it was all right. Liefeld, I don't care. I could care less about meeting him. Yeah. I know you created Deadpool and all, and that's awesome.
But that's it. That's all he's done.
Probably is. I mean, Cable is, right? I think.
Yeah. Well, it's him and Fabian Nishi.
Yeah.
But even then, fucking Deadpool is just a ripoff of Deathstroke.
A comedy version, yeah.
No, the original Deadpool.
I see. Wait, he was in comedy, was he?
Yeah, the original Deadpool was just a knockoff of Deathstroke.
Yeah.
And they even said it, like Fabian, whatever his name is, he goes, yeah, Marvel told us to make Deathstroke, and we made Deadpool.
Deadpool, I think, surpassed Deathstroke now.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, they even make fun of it in the Teen Titans Go movie.
Do they really?
Yeah, in the trailer, they go, oh, it's Deadpool. Say something inappropriate in the camera. He's like, I'm not Deadpool, I'm Deathstroke.
Oh, really?
Whatever, Deadpool.
Fair enough. I mean, they made fun of Green Lantern Deadpool too, so...
Yeah.
Actually, both Deadpool movies. They made fun of Green Lantern.
Yeah. But yeah, honestly, I think the Teen Titans Go movie is going to be awesome.
I mean, good for you. I know you're looking forward to it.
Yes, I am.
I've seen the cartoon a couple times, and I just didn't get it.
Yeah. Well, some of the episodes are extremely, meta and deep. There's one episode where they go on how to buy a house. They go step by step on how to buy a house.
Really?
Yeah.
See, the original Teen Titans cartoon I loved.
Yeah, everyone loves it, and then they get this one, and everybody hates it because it's not the original Teen Titans Go. They get the voice actors, but they don't. And I get it, why people hate it, but at the same time, you just gotta watch it and see how intricate the episodes really are. For 15 minutes or 10 minutes an episode, they do a lot of deep shit in there.
Maybe.
Yeah, and like I said, there's an episode where they go step by step how to buy a house. Step by step how to save money. You're just going, this is ridiculous. You're talking about compound interest, how to gain finances. This is meta shit. This is deep shit. And you're like, this is a kid show. Holy hell.
Yeah. It was my show, unfortunately.
Yeah.
The original Batman cartoon, oh my god, that cartoon was amazing.
Yeah, of course. God, yeah, dude.
Why'd they do that again?
It'd be expensive as hell, and they have TV censors. It'll take forever to do that stuff.
Even do late night Cartoon Network, something like that?
No, not late night, but at the same time, if they do a late night Batman show, it'll be kind of difficult, especially with DC's restrictions on a lot of the stuff.
Okay, then how about the DC animated streaming service?
Which is going to be very interesting to see how they're going to do that one. Because I coming clean, I pre-ordered it just for the 3 extra months.
Cool.
So I want to see what they do, because they're going to do the back catalog. They're going to have the streaming, the episodes, and it's supposed to be darker, more gritty, more...
Right.
But I'm kind of concerned about how they're going to accomplish a lot of the shit that they said they're going to do.
Like what?
So they're going to have 4 original shows from the start. From the start, they're going to have Titans, which is pretty... How the fuck are they going to do Doom Patrol?
A lot of CGI.
They have a talking monkey. They have a talking chimpanzee. How the hell are they going to do that?
A lot of CGI.
So there goes a lot of the money. And then they're going to do... What was it?
I can't remember that shows right.
This is the only reason why we need John Paul.
That's true.
But it's how are they going to accomplish all this stuff? And then they go, well, we know we just can't have all original content and old stuff because you can still get it. We're going to also have comic books. okay, you're gonna release your entire back catalog? No, we're just gonna rotate it out.
Huh.
So it's Netflix for comic books. This is gonna be interesting. See how you guys do it. Because then Disney's gonna come out with their new one, which they announced in San Diego one of these days. How is that gonna compete with Disney?
Disney's out of that pretty much. Aren't they out of San Diego Comic Con now? They don't do it anymore?
No, Marvel, they're in it. They just don't have a Marvel presence because of Infinity War #4.
Okay.
And they don't really have any movies to promote yet.
Oh, that was the reason. I thought there was some deeper reason.
No, they didn't really have anything to promote because they're like, yeah, we have Infinity War. We're wrapping up on Captain Marvel. We don't have time to be here.
Infinity War's next year, right?
Yep.
And why wasn't it Part 2 of Infinity War? Or why is it... Because it was originally Infinity War 1, Part 1, Part 2.
Yeah, they just changed the name to something else.
Was there a reason for that? Or
I
just
don't know.
because
They
they
haven't
felt
said
like
it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's Marvel. Marvel knows what they're doing. It's not DC.
Oh, yeah. They absolutely do. TV show, you think the same thing?
I think with the TV market, it's kind of difficult because you can't have a Captain America TV show. Because if you do that, you're going to have an actor that can do TV and movies.
Okay.
And it's very hard to get actors that can do both. You mean they're doing Cloak and Dagger, and supposedly that's been very well received.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't seen that one yet. The Runaways was extremely well received on Hulu. And then after that, I mean, you have the Fox stuff like Legion. I know everyone loved it.
I loved the first season. Second season, I saw the first episode and a half. I was so... Because they went too artsy for me.
Yeah. I haven't seen the first episode because I was just like way too tired and I fell asleep in the middle of it because it just got like deep. I was like, I can't do this.
I'm with you in that. Punisher, I didn't like. That one wasn't bothers me the most.
I haven't finished the Punisher.
I love the Punisher character.
Yeah.
He's my favorite characters. And the show starts off from kind of being like retired.
Yeah, it was weird because...
And they went a different direction with him.
Yeah, because they just completely ignored everything he did in Daredevil.
Right, exactly.
And everything that they set up in Daredevil was like, nope, we're not using any of that. And you're like, you guys do know that shit happened in there, right? Okay.
Yeah, he saved Daredevil's life essentially, killed the ninjas, and then next time you see him, he's retired.
Yeah.
He's just a construction worker.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the Punisher to me.
Yeah, it was weird.
I mean, John Bernthal played him perfectly.
Yeah, like the actor for John Bernthal was perfect for, like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, this is stupid, it's going to be the dumbest character choices and they're like, nope, never mind, he's good, we like him.
Yeah, he's good. He was great. Just the story behind it was bad. Jessica Jones, people loved it. I didn't care for the first season. Second season was only okay to me.
Jessica Jones was interesting because, like, the best thing about that was Kilgrave.
Kilgrave was good.
That was one of the most redeeming factor of the entire show.
The problem with that show is I thought the entire cast, other than Kilgrave, was unlikable. Like, not one of the... I guess, what was it? Her roommates, not roommates, her...
Oh, Patsy...
No, her, he was on drugs the first episode, the first season. And he was good. He was the only character in the show, and I liked.
Yeah, I liked him a lot, too.
And he was good in season 2, but at the end of season 2, he went...
Two, yeah.
Okay, I won't change that for you, but...
I haven't seen season 2 of all of them except for Daredevil.
Daredevil was good.
Yeah, I haven't finished watching The Defenders, I haven't finished watching The Punisher, haven't started anything in season 2 of Luke Cage, haven't done anything in season 2 of Jessica Jones.
Defenders was weak to me.
I haven't finished Iron Fist.
Iron Fist, the thing is, they've all been weak to me.
Yeah.
Defenders was very weak. Iron Fist, Iron Fist started off meh, and that was the pace it went to the entire season.
Yeah.
Luke Cage, I enjoyed the first half of Luke Cage.
I like Luke Cage a lot. Like, Diamondback was a great villain.
Oh, see, I disagree. I loved Cottonmouth.
Oh, no, that's what I meant, Cottonmouth.
Okay, because the first half of the season was Cottonmouth.
Yeah.
I thought he was the best villain.
He was.
And I really enjoyed the show a lot. Then they killed him off, and Diamondback took over, and Diamondback I thought was so weak. I'm like, he's so over the top. I lost all interest in that show.
Yeah, it was like, oh, he's trying to play the Joker, but he's not the Joker.
No, I don't know what he was trying to do.
I don't know either. It was annoying.
I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out what his motive was. Nothing. Luke Cage, the guy who played Luke Cage, was great, but his death wasn't a lot of depth to him. He can do the stoic here, and that's pretty much all he can do.
Yeah.
They did the whole prison scene, that kind of stuff. I'm like, he's not fit for this role.
Yeah. I don't know. Netflix is weird because the Marvel Netflix is just, some of it's really good, some of it's just kind of like,
I'm with you. So that bothers me is the fact that all these comic shows, I don't care for any of them, really.
There's too many of them.
Is that what it is, maybe?
I think so, because I was talking to Cody about this. It says that I think with pop culture, it goes through ebbs and waves.
Right.
Like right now, it's the comic book wave. Like everything is comic books, Marvel, DC. I don't think it's the actual books. I think it's just the characters from there. And they're about to it's about to die down. Like, I know it's going to die down.
It has to. It's too big.
And I think DC is going to be the reason why it crashes and burns. Because Marvel is very structured. Like, Marvel is, we're doing this. They're letting you know ahead of time, this is what we're doing.
Right.
DC's kind of like, this is what we're doing. It's like, we're going to do all this instead. Because, like, the DC Universe stuff came out of, like, left field.
See, they're in a tough bind right now, though, because they do sit back and say, okay, you know what, we reboot everything. This didn't work.
Yeah.
Try it again. Take a couple years off and reboot. But if they do that, they take off too much time where comic books are so hot right now.
Yeah,
you can't miss a time. You miss a lot of money that way. And what if Marvel gets a couple busts in a row? Then it's like, well, comic books are now done. So they're taking a big risk. The TV show-wise, when Arrow first started...
was great.
I loved the first, probably 4 seasons of Arrow. Loved it. Second season of Arrow was one of my favorite shows ever.
Season.
Unfortunately, I think Felicity won that show for me. Felicity
I
was...
haven't seen after the second season.
Okay. She's my favorite character the first couple seasons.
Yeah.
Emily Brett Rickards, I think, whatever her name is.
Something like
she was so good with that character. But they made her Oliver's love interest. And once she became Oliver's love interest, the show became about her.
Yeah.
And one of her co-workers said, Miranda would always say, it's called Felicity and Friends, the show now. And she was right. It felt like Dawson's Creek. She became emo, moody, she became so unlikable that I hated the show.
I think they try to do too much with too little.
Probably.
Because what made Arrow season 1 great, in my opinion, and season 2 great, was that they knew they knew their limitations. They knew Oliver Queen is human.
Right.
The little bit I saw of season 3, okay, now he's superhuman. Okay, that makes no fucking sense, but whatever, you know what? I'll roll with it. And then after, like, something happens and, like, they survive, like, a bomb blast or a car being thrown. I was like, this is ridiculous. He does not have, like, superhuman, like, anticipation skills to be able to grab the table, roll over, and save him and Felicity. I was like, okay, I'm done with this. I can't do this anymore.
And in Flash, I watched the first 3 seasons of Flash. I enjoyed them all, but I'm like, every single season has been a speedster villain.
Yeah.
For the first 2 seasons, that's all it was. I'm like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah,
and that one, they kind of made it hard to believe because I guess like Heatwave and Captain Cold are his biggest enemies, right?
Yeah.
So, by theory, Flash would take those guys no problem. They can't see him coming. He runs up to him, disarms him, and then, hey, fight's over.
Yeah.
They never really address any of that in the show. He always stops and talks to him first.
Yeah.
And that's how they beat him.
Yeah, I can't. Like, the Flash, I saw the first... I think I'm, like, halfway done with the first season. I was like, this shit's too campy for me. This shit, it's... I can't do this. Like, everyone's like, oh, no, you gotta... After the first season, it gets really, really good. I'm like, look, it's 22 episodes. You tell me it's the first season and there's only 6 episodes? Okay, I could roll with it. But it's 22 fucking episodes and you're telling me it gets better after the first season.
That's what I heard about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I can't do that. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. after the first... when they started introducing, like, the Thor the Dark World stuff into it, it started getting... A story started developing that, okay, and then when Civil War happened, I was like, whoa, this shit is good. This shit is good. Because it showed, like, no, not all of S.H.I.E.L.D. went bad. There's still a little pocket of it that's still good, that's still...
Yeah.
This is the cool shit. And then all of a sudden it's like, and we're going to bring in the Inhumans. I'm like, oh, crap. I'm done.
My wife watches it. I watched the first season with her. And the first 3 quarters of the season, I thought it was terrible.
Yeah.
Winter Soldier happened, and then it got really cool.
Yeah. And
then season 2 started off just really boring again. I'm like, I'm done. They did the same thing in season 1. They said, we know we did wrong season 1. We'll fix that. And they did the same mistakes again.
Yeah, and I think that's Marvel's issue is they don't know how to do TV shows, and DC kind of does. But I think DC knows how to do animation but more than TV shows, because the animated movies that DC makes are amazing.
The Killing Joke. The second half of Killing Joke was great.
The first half was kind of weird because they had to set up they had to set some stuff up and about Batgirl and whatnot. And you also got to remember, The Killing Joke's like a 40-page comic.
That's true. It's an awesome comic.
Yeah.
But, the first part, Batman set up a Batgirl.
Yeah.
And after that, I just was so shocked, that this is so disturbing to me. He would never do that. And they had that so wrong that I'm like, I'm done with the show. I'm serious. I was like, I'm done with this.
I didn't think it was that bad. Like, I know it was kind of like out there, but I was like, it's not that bad. I mean, it was kind of out there because you know who Batman is, but you could kind of touch upon like the issue of just like kind the psychological issue, like, oh, Barbara Gordon has, like, daddy issues. He sees that Batman has, like, that type of stuff, and you could see it personified, but at the same time, you're going, it could have been Dick Grayson. That probably would have been the better choice.
It should have been Dick Grayson.
Yeah.
Not Batman, because Batman's always been like a father to her. So.
And then again, you see Robin's Dick Grayson as a little kid, and you're going, oh, this is weird.
It was no one battle. I think they should have avoided that part totally.
Yeah.
You avoid that one scene, it comes a much better cartoon to me.
But you gotta admit,
because of that one scene, it destroyed it for me.
Tara Strong did a great job as Batgirl.
Absolutely did. I mean, the second half was great.
Yeah.
If I just turned on the second half and watched it, I would have loved it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I watched the first half, so yeah, that was that.
Yeah, but on that disappointing note, we out. We're running out of time.
We are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might work.
Do you want to pimp yourself a little bit?
Yeah, come see Old Titan. Oh, come listen to Old Titans. That's all I'm going to say. Old Titans podcast. That's us. I'm B-Man from it. I'm the main host. John Paul was just there.
Yeah, so you're going to PG podcast and all that stuff. Listen to Old Titans.
Yes, it's nice. You can listen to us at work. We are family friendly. We are work friendly. Safe at work.
We are the exact opposite. We have an episode where we're talking about like VRs and like the advancement of VRs, and Cody's like, yeah, I want a VR suit, like a full emulsion VR suit where you can feel anything and all that stuff. And it was just after like months and months and months, it would just be me in a cum-filled suit.
Wow.
Yeah, funny story about that one.
Do they make VR porn? I imagine
they
they
do.
do. They really do?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Porn actually pushes technology.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Another episode, I guess, apparently, because I'm...
Well, anyway, the funny thing, this is a little side note. So he went on a blind date with not a blind date, but like a date from like Tinder or something like that with a girl. And he's like, oh yeah, I have a podcast also. They're just talking. So he listened to an episode, the most recent one, which was that episode. So in the middle of the day, she goes, so, cum-filled suit? He's like, oh, yeah, it's a joke.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend you this podcast as being part of this podcast as a first
or at all.
date. Maybe eventually.
We got kicked off the podcast network.
Did you really?
No. It just because they got rid of the network podcast stuff.
Oh, that's ours. Yeah, well, we kicked off as well.
Shut up, I said it first.
You did.
You guys were too PG, we were too X-rated.
Sure.
Anyway, we're corn operated, or I'm corn operated. Thank you for filling in. Really appreciate it.
No problem. It was fun being here.
Yeah, so we'll talk to you guys later.
See ya.
You know where to find us. I don't care. Bye.